Today we're going to be looking at a makeshift steering system that was put onto a John Deere tractor to replace a steering system that wasn't working. And how this one worked was it attached to the original steering shaft, which used to go all the way up to the front, up into that hole right there to the original steering box. And that system had worn out and failed years ago. So what someone had done was actually used an automotive style power steering pump and steering box, and what they had done was actually attached it to where it was chain driven. Now the way they had done it basically had the chain just dragging over things, and there was also a lot of movement side by side, side to side in the steering shaft. So what we had done was taken a bearing, we had cut the shaft off, taken a bearing and attached that and built a bracket that attaches it to the top of the engine so that this steering assembly can't move. Now what we're doing is fitting the chain to it. So we're adding some idler pulleys to help direct it, and also to regulate how much tension is on the chain. As you can see, it's still quite loose. So what we're going to be doing is adding another pulley. However, what we're going to try to do at the same time is get this chain tightened up. So on the side of any drive chain, you'll see right here where my finger is pointing, there is one link that looks a little bit different than all of the other ones. That's called a master link. And what we'll do is we'll slide this clip off this way, and then this link will actually pull apart. This would be the same as what's used on a bicycle chain, or what is used on pretty much any type of drive chain like this is going to have a master link on it somewhere that holds it together. And then what we'll have to do is press out these links, these pins right here, out of the side link plates, and then we'll use the master link to put everything back together, and that's going to shorten the chain up. So when we remove what would be considered one full link, would be if we were to take this pin out right here, and then the next piece that we would cut off would be this one right up here, and this section right here would be considered one full link, because you would have to take it off to where there was two of this piece and not the side plates, because the side plates will be used, or will be from the master link that we're reusing. So that's what we're going to be attaching today during class. And the way that we're going to be removing this, there is a tool for doing this, which is called a chain breaker. And what it basically does is just presses these pins out through the other side. What we're actually going to do is just take these over to the bench grinder, and we'll actually just grind off the part that is stuck through. And then what it is basically just peened over. So this side is held in an anvil or a vise, and then the other side just gets hammered on until it gets mushroomed over to where it keeps the side plates on the link. So we'll get that off, and we will get that shortened up, and down here we'll have to add another piece so that we can make an idler for the chain out of it. We also wanted to make sure that it fits underneath the hood. So this piece right here is where the hood attaches, and it comes down to probably right about this height. So I had just test fitted the hood to make sure that this sprocket does clear the underside of the hood. When we had built this, we hadn't welded this into it yet. So what I could have done if I needed to was moved this orange piece downward a little bit, and that would have allowed the chain to sit a little bit lower. But since it does fit and it doesn't interfere with the hood at all, we're just going to leave it where it is. So that is what we're going to be doing during class today, and we will take a look at the results later on. Have a good day.